Kenny Simmons, star of the new kick-ass movie, star McLovin, Nicolas Cage,
Mark Strong, Xander Berkeley, Michael Rispoli.
A whole bunch of big stars and athletes and actresses and actors are going to be in this one. And
Aaron Johnson.
Kenny's done some amazing things in the past. You know, he's come out with a few own independent films. He's doing a couple big things. What's the other movies you're involved with?
I've got Haiti coming out, a Lee Madsen film. I've got Hollywood Outlaws coming out. I've got Shadows Boxing with Vincent Zambrano, great director.
You know, and these are just independent type films and even big films by major motion companies that are coming out. And Kenny Simmons, a real humble dude. I asked him to take a ride with me, you know, to Queens real quick.
This isn't actually about men my age, and I mean, even though we play the parts in it, superheroes in this, it's totally different. They're all young characters, very young and teenagers. So this is going to hit with a cult going across America of the kids and the way they see films and watch films these days. And
even though the movie is pretty much a rated R movie?
Even though it's rated R, it seems like we live in a rated R society these days. It's totally acceptable. Things that when I grew up, you didn't see tampon and condom and Viagra. Hey, my dick won't go down. What am I going to do, you know? You didn't see stuff like that on television. You didn't see girls walk around with bras and bikinis and G-strings and shit. You know, they didn't have that. Kids are just, you know, they're maturing much younger now. They're finding sex very young these days. And it seems like society doesn't really... you know, focus on that as being bad anymore. They focus on it as being part of the truth, and that's the way it really is. And I kind of like that. You know, I don't want it to get too hardcore, but I like reality. You know, not reality TV.
These are 4 or 5 superheroes who come up with their own superpowers, and you know, they dress in costumes, and basically there's a lot of sex, drugs, and rock and roll in a cartoon that, you know, you really couldn't get from Sin City. Sin City was a big major production, you know, millions and millions of dollars in high-tech special effects, and this movie looks like it's pretty cut and dry, raw, you know, comic book like DC Comics, nothing so outrageously crazy, no Japanimation, nothing really out of control. From what I've seen so far, Ken, it looks great.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. Matthew Vaughn's a great director, and I was so proud to get the job, and so proud that I got to work on that film with all these great actors, and I killed a few really nice stars. It was nice. You know?
What part do you play?
I play Scary Goon. I'm one of the muscle for Mark Strong, who's the evil villain in the film. Even though there's other villains in there that are evil, Mark is the real evil one.
So like in, say, Batman and Robin, you know, you had like the Joker, and then the Joker had undervillains,
right?
Like underbosses.
Right, I played one of them.
So you play one of those in this movie, Kick-Ass?
I did pretty good. I stuck around for a long time, is what I can really say. You know, they couldn't get rid of me.
Wait, go, Dick.
When I first showed up at the studio, no one had told me that, you know, any of the ground rules. So I just showed up at the studio. You know me, I'm from New York. I'm stoked. I'm psyched. I walk in, and I walk down the hallway, and I'm getting ready to go to my first, you know, dressing room, my own name on the door and everything. And I walk by this room, and I look in. I see Nicolas Cage sitting in there. I was like, Nick! I bust the door open, go running. Nick! He looks at me, he goes, ugh! I said, Kenny Simmons, man, how you doing? I'm gonna kick the shit out of you this afternoon. He just looked at me, he started smiling. Yeah, he says, you're the guy. I said, yeah. So later on, we're working together doing this scene, and I started out, I wasn't even supposed to be in the scene. I was a background guy in this scene, and not that they hired me for background, but you know, they just brought me in. So we'll put Kenny in the back, and then they'll go, cut. Let's walk it through again. Kenny, you stand here. Now I'm in the line of the 4 guys coming through the door. Then they go, cut. And Kenny, stand in the middle. Cut. Kenny, stand up front.
Drive
cut. Kenny, can you just
then turn left?
Kick the door in and come running in. On action. Ready and cut. We do it again. And he says, listen, Kenny, can you just run through the fucking door? I said, what? Just run right through the door. So they set it all up. I come back. They come outside, they hand me a cattle prod, and I come flying in this door. Boom! Nick comes around, he sees me. I didn't know that I had scared the living daylights out of him. I grabbed the hold of him by the back of the neck and flipped him down to the ground and zapped him with that cattle prod. He goes, ah! And he jumps up because when I put him to the ground, I started kicking him and I slipped and actually caught him in the ribs with a good kick. And then he come flying up at me. So I reached around behind him when he took a swing and whop, down he went. And I heard it, and then I heard cut. That was beautiful. I heard the director go, that was the best take I've ever seen today. That was unbelievable. I go out in the hallway and they're changing my clothes because I'm sweating my ass off, you know, it's hot in there with all the lights and I got a leather jacket on. So we go back to do it again and they go, Ken, I want to see you on the set. I said, uh-oh. So I walk in and I said, hey, how you doing? Nicholas is standing there and the director's standing there and first AD and the producers are standing there. And they looked at me and they go, did you kick Nick? I said to myself, oh God, I'm getting fired. I looked at him going, no, man, I didn't do it on purpose. If I did it, I didn't do it on purpose. You know, because I didn't. I reached out and I hugged him. I said, sorry. He goes, Kenny, I just wrapped the film with James Gandolfini. And when he started the fight scene with me, he wouldn't stop. I thought he was going to kill me. And when you come flying through that door, you made him look like a Girl Scout. I was like, what? He said, you scared me to death. I said, sorry, man, I'm just really into it. He says, you are. And the director goes, you do. You show up 200% for a film, Ken. I really appreciate that. And we went and did the scene all over again. It was awesome.
What did he say? It hurt him? What did he say?
Yeah, knocked him right off his feet, dude. You know what I mean? Took him right down.
What do you think he really wanted to say to you?
He said it. He said it straight out. He says, I thought you were going to kill me.
Now, if Nicolas Cage sees you again, what do you think he'll say?
I saw him at a party, man. He ran up, hugged me, him. Had a great time over there, man. Went out with Big Lovin, drinking flaming Ferraris, getting hammered. No one could get laid. Nobody was picking up any women. We go to hang out with Chris one night, and he's got all the chicks around him. I was like, oh my God. He goes, oh, Kenny's my bodyguard. I was like, all right, buddy. I don't tell anybody I'm a bodyguard anymore. I don't do that kind of work. I haven't done it in a long time, but...
Who were your bodyguard for?
Like Lovin.
No, back in the day, who were your bodyguard for?
Tyson, Ali, Walken, Billy Idol, Sam Kinison.
What do you think of Howard Stern?
Great man, wealthy man, beautiful wife. I actually used to do my laundry with her at the laundry room before Beth became Mrs. Stern. But she's a terrific lady. I love her.
So you've actually met O before?
Yeah, I've actually met them both together on the street and stopped and said hello a couple times. I felt pretty bad for her. She got mugged one night outside walking her dog. Right after I was speaking to her, somebody had done something, accosted her and her husband together. I just saw her prior to that. Wish I'd have been around.
Her husband? Who? Howard Stern?
Yeah, he was there. I think they spat on him or something. Started some sort of situation. If I'd have been there, I'd have been careful for both.
The situation from the Jersey Shore was there?
Yeah. Kind of. No, if they were there, it wouldn't have been a problem. I just never gave up. I mean, I started out as an actor with so many of my friends that were actors that aren't actors anymore. And so many people that we started out as actors together and they never made it. It's, rejection's hard to accept. And gosh, I'd say they say every 20 films you get rejected for, you get one. I say that's a lie. Every 40 maybe. That's how it feels. And then sometimes you get them all, one right after another.
I mean, now you didn't have to worry about getting rejected because you've actually made your own independent films. Tell me a little something about the independent film you made about comedy. What was that?
That's called Hollywood Outlaws. Great director I worked with, Maya DiGiorgio, and it's got like Whoopi Goldberg and Chevy Chase and George Carlin and Richard Pryor. Two of the greatest that are of all time that are gone or alive when I started filming this film. It's got Kevin James and Gilbert Godfrey and Rich Voss and Jim Norton and Lisa Lampanelli, the Queen of Mean, and of course, the director Maya DiGiorgio. She's also a stand-up comic, so the story's based on her life and how she flew to the top and crashed to the bottom. I think all in one long.
Kenny Simmons, we're wrapping up here. Camera Gangstas for Mobcandy magazine. He's doing his thing with the movie It's got McLovin in it. It's got Nicolas Cage. Got a bunch of big stars. And one day, soon, we will see Kenny Simmons on the Howard Stern Show with Nicolas Cage.
Wouldn't that be awesome?